Hello YouTubers, today I'm going to talk about Content Grabber version 2. In this month, November 2016, Squantum released the new Content Grabber. Consequently, I will do a quick review about what is new and check if worth to do an update in our current version. Let's begin with the new interface. Sometimes the software houses forget about the old users and they release a new version completely dissimilar from the last version. A good example about this was the release of Windows 8. The old user didn't like it because they couldn't find the desktop, the Windows button, among other previous features. All of you remember this, and Microsoft too released the Windows 0.1 version to unbalance some of these issues. Squantum has done a good job, in my opinion. In the new Content Grabber version 2 interface, there isn't a major difference between the previous one, as you can check. In top image we have the version 1 of Content Grabber, and in the bottom we have the version 2. In the previous version we have 8 menus, and this new version we have 7. Menus are the same except selection. The new version has a new improved SysPath editor. The editor now has color highlighting and has been moved from the ribbon menu to a docking window. And now the selection is more precise. We can click in the edge to select its parent. This is particularly convenient when selection web elements such as table rows, which cannot be selected directly in the web browser because they are completely covered by table cells. And now we can do it clicking in the edge. The configuration is simplified, and now we can copy, move comments and groups. There are also new features, more download options, and we can do multiple screenshots in an agent running. Let's move to the ribbon menus. The debug menu is the same. There isn't any difference between the version 1 and the new version. In the run menu, now we have a new icon called Success Criteria. Now we can control when an agent run is considered successfully completed. Successful criteria can be used to control notifications and change tracking. The next menu is data, and it's the same. No visible difference between versions, but there are major new features, and for me these new features are worth an update and represent a major improvement. First, data retention. New data retention options. All data can now be deleted, kept and exported, or kept for duplicate check only. There are new default duplicate scripts. Can be used to copy all data to the current dataset, so you end up with a complete current dataset. Previously, in first version of Content Grabber, we used duplicate scripts. It was impossible to know when data was deleted from the target website, but now it is possible. There is a new big improvement called change tracking. An agent can now keep track of the last changes that have been made to extract data. This is very important. The agent now will mark extract data as deleted modified or added. If the data is deleted but later returned, that will be marked as returned or returned modified. If the data returned in a modified state, an agent can be configured to only export data that has changed since last successful run, or only extract data has changed since a specified number of days. This is fantastic, a huge improvement since that it was very difficult to do in version 1. Now, data will only mark as deleted if an agent run successfully completes. This prevents data from being incorrectly marked as deleted if an agent fails halfway through a run. Another new feature is in the export. Now you can export from multiple agents, which means multiple agents can now export to the same database. It is possible to merge multiple agents into a single database. The export settings have been simplified. Now we can export data from list containers, and by default is already separated, which should make the export data format more predictable, because what you see is what you get. Let's move to the menu agent, which is the same. There aren't new icons in this new version. In the application settings menu, we can find another big improvement. As you know, the version 1 was an Internet Explorer based web browser, and now Content Grabber version 2 is completely self-contained Chrome. There is also a new user interface for self-contained agents, which is now pure HTML and can be completely customized with a premium edition user. It is important to talk about the new error retry. Now we can have 3 options. After an agent stops, first we continue that extraction, second continue that extraction and retry errors, or just retry errors. In the end, I think these are the major advances. The most useful for me currently will be the change tracking, but this change from project to project. In some cases it will be more important to merge data. In others, there are other new improvements that can be useful. In the end, I believe they made an excellent new version, in my opinion. For you, if web scraping is important for your business, and you know how relevant it is to keep your software updated, because internet is always changing. Now we are moving from Flash to HTML5. Your suppliers, competition have more Ajax or Java, so we need support. We need a better support and have a strong software to handle these issues. So I think it is important to have a software updated to can face it. In conclusion, in my opinion, if you check Content Grabber update history, they are releasing weekly updates, creating a very strong software to do an hard job.